Welcome back to Mountain Murders. I'm Heather.
And I'm Dylan.
You are Dylan.
I am, and I was looking up dumb shit on the internet just now.
Well, isn't that the whole reason for the internet?
Well, yeah, I think that's the fun part of it, right?
Well, tell us about the dumb shit. What'd you find?
Well, I found one case here. This is the 15 unluckiest dumb criminals ever.
Okay.
Yeah. By Andy Simmons and Priscilla Torres. But I'm just going to talk about this one. The lowest high there is. For a trio of drug thieves, it was their lucky day. These dumb criminals broke into a home in Silver Springs, Florida, and discovered 3 jars of cocaine. They took it home and snorted the contents. That's when they discovered that the jars were in fact urns and that they were snorting the remains of the victim's husband and 2 dogs. Wouldn't you know? I mean, come on.
Well,
What do you think about that?
Okay, well, firstly, I don't really know anything about drugs, so I would have no idea what cocaine really looked like anyway.
So you're saying you might be a person that would snort someone's
no, I
ashes.
guess I'm saying from the get-go, I probably wouldn't be a person who would try to take some drugs or take something I thought was cocaine.
Yeah.
Secondly, I wouldn't be able to identify what was cocaine and what was not.
Well, I have...
And third of all, that's just fucked up. And how would you ever go about living your life knowing that you had snorted someone's ashes?
Well,
That's just fucking weird.
What about the poor... What about the poor victim? Her husband and both her dogs and remains have been violated by some dope heads who stole it.
Yeah, that's crazy. But you know what? I think I speak for a lot of women when I say she's probably more upset about the dogs.
No, that's not true.
And maybe she was happy someone took the husband off her hands.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I do know what cocaine's like. I read a lot about it. Let's just say that. And it seems like you would know that it wasn't cocaine the first time you sniffed ashes. Just saying. Unless those ashes made your mouth numb and made you talk a lot and figure all the world's problems out.
Well, yeah, and I mean, ashes have a pretty particular look, and even though I don't really know anything about drugs, I mean, ashes, don't they tend to have a gray shade? And doesn't cocaine kind of look like baking powder?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Like white?
See, now you're catching on.
I don't know. That's wow.
I'll give you one more since that didn't seem to be stupid enough for you.
Okay,
the telltale trousers. When an attempted robbery at a Lowe's home improvement store went awry, Milton J. Hodges fled across the street and jumped a fence, right into the Cypress Cove Nudist Resort and Spa. As the Orlando Sentinel pointed out, as one of the only folks wearing clothes, Hodges was easily spotted by police. Even smart people do dumb things sometimes.
and where was this again?
This was in Cypress Cove. What? Yeah. So where we're at here? Orlando, Florida.
So basically, you're just telling us about a lot of dumb Florida criminals.
Is this Florida criminals? You think it is?
Do you think just all the stupid shit happens in Florida?
Oh my God, the drug thieves was in Silver Springs. Okay. Well, here's one in, it's the worst possible time to faint. In the middle of robbing a bank, but that's what happened. Okay, sorry, I fucked that up. It's the worst possible time to faint. In the middle of robbing a bank, but that's what happened to a Beaver Creek, Ohio thief. The teller called 911 and asked for medics, but you have to applaud the man's stick-to-itiveness. While the ambulance was en route, the suspect handed a note to the teller from the floor demanding all her cash. He fucking fell out. He fell out on the floor. So there you go. That one's from Ohio.
Okay, well, I have a great Florida story for you.
Do you really?
Naples, Florida.
Ooh, that's a hot spot.
A Florida man was arrested after impersonating an FBI agent, questioning a homeowner, and leaving multiple live catfish on her lawn before escaping on a bicycle.
What the fuck? He had catfish with him? Oh my God.
42-year-old Christian Dudley faces charges of an open container in a public area and impersonating a law enforcement officer. But no charges about the motherfucking catfish? What? Well, the victim says the Florida man drove a bicycle with a flashing red and blue light onto her front yard. Then he introduced himself as an FBI agent, then ordered the woman to present him with identification to prove that she legally lived at that residence. When the victim told him to leave her property, he refused. The victim then told her husband to call authorities. The man took off on his bicycle, but before leaving, he dropped multiple live catfish in the driveway for an unknown reason.
Well, that's really weird. Would that freak you out?
Police stopped Dudley as he escaped because he matched the description of the culprit. According to deputies, he appeared extremely intoxicated and was wearing an FBI hat and a dark shirt. And then they find out the FBI hat just says female booty inspector or whatever.
Yeah, no shit. He bought that like at Myrtle Beach.
Yeah. Well, he's in Florida. He probably just bought it somewhere in Florida. But, I mean, what the fuck? Just leave a bunch of catfish on someone's yard?
I don't even know. Is that premeditated? Do you go get the catfish and just like, is that supposed to be like a banana peel trail behind you to stop pursuers or something?
This is another good one. I tell you, we're just going to call this episode Florida Man.
Yeah. Why not?
Pasco County. A Florida man has been arrested after reportedly using a horse to break into a home.
Now, okay, tell me more, because I've actually heard a true crime on this story before.
It all started when homeowner Steve Ferguson began receiving alerts on his phone showing surveillance of a Florida man on his property. Steve called the sheriff's office before heading home to confront the intruder. When he arrived, he saw a horse attempting to flee the scene, as well as a 52-year-old Lonnie Maddox. "What were you doing in my house?" Ferguson asked. And Maddox then explained, "My horse broke into your house, mister, and I had to go in and get her." I said, "Okay, so she broke into the gate, and then the porch, and then the house," Ferguson said. Surveillance footage showed Maddox on the property attempting to enter the padlocked front door. When he couldn't get in, he broke a back window and climbed inside. The arrest report states that Maddox told deputies the horse went into the yard through a broken fence, so he followed it. Nothing was stolen, but he caused about $100 in damages. The horse did not belong to Maddox and was returned to its original owner.
Oh, so it's a damn borrowed horse. What the? Can you hold the horse liable for its actions?
Oh, no.
I got one.
Okay.
It's not Florida, but it's in the spirit of Florida Man.
Is it a North Carolina man?
No, it's in Calgary.
Oh, in Canada?
Yeah.
Those damn Canucks.
Hey, I'll tell you what, Or it's just,
I can say that because I have Canadian family.
I can't do Canadian. I'm not going to try.
They just say a boat.
A boat in black A? A boat?
I just know a boat.
Okay. So the victim's jewelry was missing, the electronics were gone, and a window was smashed. No wonder she was hysterical when Officer Meheru, let's just say that, I can't say the first name, Officer Meheru of the Calgary Police arrived. Then her French-speaking father called, worried. Speaking in French, she explained that it was all a scam for insurance just in order to get the money. What she didn't suspect was that Officer Mahiru speaks 6 languages, including French, and promptly arrested her for fraud. God, man, what the fuck? You're in damn Canada. Don't a lot of people speak French up there?
Now, this story is very relatable.
Okay.
Charlotte County, Florida.
You got to I swear all the good ones are.
They all start with a Florida man was arrested after calling 911 multiple times, requesting deputies deliver him alcohol and ice cream. That makes sense, right?
Oh, my God.
Deputies responded to the call last Saturday from 65-year-old Michael Gables. When authorities arrived at Gables' Punta Gorda apartment, he requested they take the $20 bill he had placed on the couch and bring him some liquor.
What the hell, man?
This guy's my hero. Deputies then explained to the man that liquor delivery was not deemed an emergency, and if he made such a call again, he would be arrested on charges of misusing 911, and he told deputies he understood. Then the next day, Gables called 911 and once again had deputies dispatched to his apartment. This time, he requested the deputies take his money and bring him ice cream.
Okay.
Because he was unable to get out of his recliner. And then he was arrested for misusing 911.
I just don't know what's wrong with people. I mean, it's like some people don't think before they speak or act.
Well, to me, that makes sense.
Really?
I would call the cops and ask them to deliver me liquor and ice cream. Are you kidding?
They're
Excuse
not,
me, sir, can you bring me some tacos?
They're not going to tell you.
They're not?
Yeah, they're not going to bring you tacos, baby.
How do you know?
Well, try it right now.
Okay.
Call them up.
Oh, I've got a crazy one here.
Okay, lay it on me.
This is another good one. Flagler Beach. A Florida man was masturbating on the beach and told deputies he did it because women came to the beach in thongs.
Hey, now that guy's got a point there.
Police responded to a call at a beach on North Ocean Shore Boulevard Thursday afternoon. A woman said she saw the Florida man touching himself while he was staring at her. Police then watched and recorded the man pleasuring himself for nearly 30 minutes.
Oh my God, they what?
He lasts longer than most men.
They watched
touching
him?
himself through the swim trunks, which were pulled up to the point where he was nearly exposed.
But they
so
watched
I guess his
that
balls
long.
were hanging out the bottom of the swim trunks?
Yeah.
Awesome. When officers arrived, they said they watched and recorded the man for about 30 minutes as this guy, whose name is Andrews, laid on his back with his legs open, touching himself through his swim bottoms, which were pulled up so high that he was nearly exposed, which we just said that. The Florida man was identified as 52-year-old Kenneth Andrews. He made statements to the police stating that he did know better. And once he was at the police station, he made the comments about he just couldn't help himself because there were women in thongs. He was arrested and faces charges of lewd and lascivious exhibition.
Well, I think the police are a bit voyeuristic themselves there. They watched them quite a while.
Well, I'm sorry, but I would too. You're telling me that if some dude was jerking off on the beach and you were a cop, you wouldn't be like laughing and recording it? I'd be like TikToking that shit.
Oh my God, baby. You're putting people's lives in danger.
I'd be like sending it to everyone I know. Like, look at this guy.
Oh my God, you would not make a good cop.
I definitely would not make a good cop. I'm very immature, and I would like want to challenge people to like a duel.
Okay, so here's one that's current with the times here. A South Florida man exposes himself at gift shop after being asked to put on face mask. According to Monroe County Sheriff's Office spokesman Adam Linhart, Daniel Duval refused to put on a face mask when asked to do so by the employees at the Theater of the Sea gift shop and began speaking vulgarly.
He was like, fuck you, motherfuck. I'm not gonna wear your face mask. Fuck you.
Particularly to the women in the room, including one minor girl, he was speaking vulgarly about his genitals, their bodies, and pornography. What the fuck, dude? Just put this face mask on.
He would do that regardless.
He then pulled down his shorts, exposed himself to everyone who was inside the gift shop while continuing to use vulgar language towards them. Witnesses told responding deputies that other children were also present at the time, but they left before they could be interviewed by authorities. Yeah, you just wanted to hang out.
That's when you just take a fire extinguisher and like whack the guy in the back of the head with it.
I would fuck that guy up. I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
I would fuck that guy up.
Yeah, I would hit him with like one of those ashtrays or one of those snow globes or
That's
some
what
shit.
I'm saying. You grab like a big fire extinguisher, you just bash him in the back of the head and knock his ass out.
He said Duval exposed himself after employees refused to let him in to use the bathroom inside the gift shop. He also admitted that there were several children present at the time. He faces charges of indecent exposure, disorderly conduct, and driving with a suspended license.
He could just take a dump in the parking lot. Why does he have to go through all that?
Jesus Christ, bro. Just go out back and take a piss behind the dumpster.
Now, here's another I feel like I could get on board with.
Okay.
I feel like you might call the cops on me and have me arrested for this.
Okay.
St. Lucie, Florida. Okay. A Florida man was arrested after giving his girlfriend a wet willy while drunk, according to an affidavit.
What the fuck? You can law somebody for that? Because I need to law your punk ass.
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
When the victim arrived home from work, she discovered her boyfriend, 47-year-old Joseph Surecki, drunk and lying on the living room floor. The two went to another person's house along with the victim's daughter, where Surecki continued to drink and be belligerent, according to the affidavit. On the way home, the Florida man allegedly pulled on his girlfriend's arm and gave her a wet willy, sticking his finger in her ear, and the daughter corroborated the claim. Surecki was arrested on battery charges, and he denied being drunk.
What the fuck, dude? What is wrong with people?
I don't know, but I give you aggressive wet willies all the time. Am I going to jail?
Oh my God. Florida man bites off neighbor's ear because he wouldn't give him a cigarette. I was helping a friend out and someone decided they wanted to take a chunk out of my ear, said John Ott, the man who says he was bitten. This all started because I wouldn't give him a cigarette. He comes up, puts me in a bear hug, and next thing I know, he's biting my ear. Ott tells CBS 12 News. His biting neighbor yells threats across the street continuously. Ott plans to file a restraining order.
Pinellas Park. A Florida man who let it go all over a stuffed toy at a Pinellas Park Target is facing charges. 20-year-old Christopher Meter of St. Petersburg was arrested on Tuesday after allegedly violating multiple stuffed animals in the store. Meter went to the toy aisle and began dry humping a stuffed Olaf doll that ejaculated on it.
I bet Disney does not license that to be used for that.
After defiling the Olaf doll, he placed it back on the shelf, grabbed a large stuffed unicorn, and began to dry hump it as well. Maybe he's a furry.
Yeah, he's like that dude who's in love with inflatables.
Police arrived and arrested the Florida man in the store shortly after the incident. He was arrested on criminal mischief charges. What, no violation of stuffed Olaf? I feel like there could have been like a rape charge in there.
Well, yeah, rape of an inanimate object needs to be a law.
I'm sorry, but I don't really know. If I saw some guy jerking off with an Olaf doll or fucking it in Target, that would be funny. I would have to laugh.
Yeah, I would laugh at first, but then if there's kids around, I'd be like, what the fuck, bro? You know? Wouldn't you? You would just keep laughing even if people's kids were exposed. Oh, my God. Oh,
some of these
Jesus
are really
Lord.
good. Seminole County, a Florida man was arrested after deputies say he broke into a school, spreading feces and cake frosting all over the place.
Okay.
It's a picture of funfetti vanilla frosting.
Oh, my God.
Surveillance footage at Bear Lake Elementary School shows the man, identified as 25-year-old Christian Dominic Shea, jumping a fence on the property at 2 a.m. Deputies found desks, chairs, and drawers of a classroom covered in cake frosting. There was also a trail of frosting-covered footprints on the floor. There was an open can of frosting in the trash can alongside a child's sweatshirt that was covered in both frosting and feces. There was also feces-covered hand and footprints on a window ledge where authorities say the Florida man broke in. A stapler was found to be placed inside a toilet, and feces/frosting-covered TV remote was also in the bathroom. Outside the school, deputies discovered a laptop in the trash and a soiled pair of underwear hanging from a building. Employees at the school told deputies they recognized the Florida man from previous incidents at the school. He was arrested on charges of burglary, petty theft, property damage, and indecent exposure.
My God. So he's just covered in shit the whole time he's doing all this?
And funfetti.
And funfetti.
And funfetti.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but some of these are really funny.
Oh my God, a Florida man the Florida man has a problem with keeping his dick in his pants and now the public. I can tell you that right now. Florida man sets apartment complex on fire after manager tells him to stop masturbating in front of windows.
Is that the story?
He set the blaze, according to police, to get back at the management of the apartment complex, who he felt had treated him unjustly. His reason: they had recently told him to stop masturbating in front of his open window and front door, according to police. He was arrested on a charge of first-degree arson and held in the Orient Road jail without bail. Just cover up, bro. Close your windows. That's gross.
Okaloosa Island? 2 Florida men tried to break into an ATM using a blowtorch, but they instead welded the machine shut. Video surveillance shows the 2 burglars entering the Okaloosa Island boardwalk on Friday. One who served as the lookout was armed with a crowbar, while the other Florida man is seen using a blowtorch. Instead of cutting open the ATM, the Florida men welded the part shut, and they both left empty-handed.
Oh my God.
Florida man strikes again.
Oh my God.
Makes me think of that scene from Breaking Bad where they're trying to break into that ATM.
Yeah, that episode's called ATM. It's one of the best episodes, I think.
Oh my gosh, that is insane. Okay, here's one, Dylan, I feel like that you might relate to. Are you ready?
Yeah, lay it on me.
Indian River County.
Are you saying I'm a Florida man at heart?
Yeah.
That's not true.
Well, here's one that says, drunk, shirtless Florida man shovels spaghetti into his mouth at an Olive Garden. So, yes, that is very fitting for you.
Okay, so far so good.
Okay, but this is a different one. This is another Dylan, Florida man. Indian River County. A Florida man who thought he was 140 miles away from his actual location told deputies he vapes THC to get himself ready because Jesus is returning.
Okay.
23-year-old Carlos Guillen of Port St. Lucie was approached by deputies on July 27th after they were called to the Vero Beach outlets off State Road 60. Deputies found Guillen in the driver's seat of a parked vehicle. The inside reeked of alcohol, and the passenger seat had a half bottle of Hennessy cognac, as well as a cup which appeared to contain the same booze in a cup holder. When asked for his driver's license, the man handed the deputy a vape pen containing THC. Deputies said the man thought he was in Tampa, nearly 140 miles away from his actual location of Vero Beach. He told deputies he was enjoying his time in Tampa and that he was vaping the THC pen to get himself ready because Jesus was returning.
Well, that could be me, possibly.
That does sound like it. Yeah, I don't know about the cognac thing.
Oh, yeah, I drink some hen dog.
You like, really? I mean, I know that your friend Hondo does. But
I'll drink it with some Sprite and twist of lime. It's good.
Oh, I've never seen that.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So here in Pinellas County, Florida, we had a Florida man claimed ignorance when jail officials found syringes in his rectum during an early morning strip search.
I just happened to find these syringes in my rectum,
I don't know where those came from. Wesley Scott, 40, was arrested Friday on an outstanding warrant charging him with drug possession. When Scott was searched at the jail, officers found 3 syringes inside his rectum. However, Scott claimed he had found the syringes and they were not his, although he did not explain how they wound up in his buttocks. He was directly charged with introducing contraband into a correctional facility and held on $5,000 bond. Yep, that's what happens. So remember, if you find needles in your butt, they're not yours. You need to be honest about it.
I'm not sure how they got there.
I'm not sure how they got there, sir.
Well, there's not only the Florida man, but there's the Florida woman who robbed an Arby's restaurant at gunpoint and called a cab to escape. This is in Gainesville.
So she's waiting on the cab out front?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll take it she didn't make it.
No, she didn't, but that's a funny story.
Okay. No, I didn't even think about looking up Florida woman.
Oh, here we go. A homeless Florida woman was arrested Monday, and this was back in 2016, but it's still a funny story. After deputies said she used a shed to cook methamphetamine. So she broke into someone's laundry shed and
set up and started cooking meth?
Making meth.
Come on, man. That's not going to work out.
Well, apparently she thought it was gonna.
Oh, my God.
It's funny, these Florida women stories are much shorter than the Florida men stories.
Yeah, I didn't find the good ones like...
They'll be like one line.
Oh, okay. Here, I got one for you. Florida man threatens to kill people with kindness. Milton, Florida. A Florida man threatened to kill someone with kindness and then later cut a man with a machete with the word kindness written on the blade. Hey, I give that guy fucking credit. That's original, and that's fucking kind of funny.
Here's one for you, Dylan. Just in case you're ever in a pinch. St. Petersburg. A Florida man used his excess bulk to stow away a bag of meth, according to police. 41-year-old Martin Skelly of St. Pete was arrested after showing up to a Clearwater McDonald's with a drug-filled needle. After being arrested on charges of possession of methamphetamine, he was searched and booked into the Pinellas County Jail. Authorities asked the Florida man if he had any additional contraband on him, to which he replied no, according to the affidavit. But when he was processed into the jail, a small bag of meth was found wedged deep within the belly button cavity.
Ooh.
And he said, I was just being dumb and not thinking.
Damn, he tucked it up in his belly button hole?
The belly button meth stash resulted in 2 additional felony charges.
Okay.
He's a 380-pound Florida man who hides meth in his belly button.
Well, that would work. I could
saying.
get about 0.5 gram in my belly button, I bet.
Yeah, I feel like my belly button's pretty deep. Like, you could play skee ball in it, so I could probably, stick something in there.
Well, okay, so, there's dumb shit happens in every state. I know we got the stigma of Florida man, but they do have some of the best release of information laws in the country. Sunshine laws, if you will. So you get all the dirty, nitty-gritty details out of Florida.
Well, some of these are just really funny, so we have to talk about them.
Well,
It just so happens that They're in Florida. Okay, I got one more, and then we'll close up shop. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Hudson. A Florida man was arrested after pouring salt on the floor of a Walmart to ward off the evil spirits around him.
Okay.
38-year-old Damon Dean Cantrell was arrested early Sunday morning. The store manager told deputies the Florida man poured salt on the floor and on his feet before taking off into the woods. Deputies found him lying under some trees in the woods, which was still on Walmart property. He was arrested on trespassing charges and taken to the Land O'Lakes Detention Center.
There's a jail named Land O'Lakes.
Yeah, like the butter.
I know. That's all I would be able to talk about the whole time I was there. But like, oh, the butter done lock me up. The butter can't hold me down.
Oh, yeah?
Fuck that butter.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, thanks for sharing your interesting, dumb criminal stories with us, Dylan.
Yeah, that just kind of organically turned into a little something.
There we go.
That's how it happens.
Peace out, guys.